Okay, here on Tiny Love, interview number 2. The first one we lost. Fuck. Fuck. The first one is in
CIA got it.
In Cuba, in the sea.
Went back to the sea.
Why went to the
Down
sea?
to the sea. Down
Motherfucker.
Full of sand. Interview full of
Okay, so the first fucking question I have is, so I don't wanna. I'm basically researching how people learn, how the culture is transmitted. So how people learn, and I wanna see, like, not how people learn. Like I'm gonna avoid like dance school shit. I'm gonna avoid that because I already found out that the people from the dance school, they have other. They don't come, like, they don't dance for the same. They have the same reason, and they do all something else, whatever. So I am focusing on how people dance socially, which is like the main way people learn. So, and I'm focusing on like the feedback people get. So you think like the feedback you get when you dance, when you are learning, when you dance, when you perform in some place, affect the development of your dance?
Oh yeah, of course,
you think?
Of course.
Yeah.
So like this is my experience, you know.
All right.
So when I start, like, you know, I start in the clubs, dancing in the clubs, and in the clubs, every environment is a different vibe. You know, vibe. It's very important. Vibe is like everything.
Yeah.
So in the clubs, it's like a closed-in vibe, and it's kind of like it bounces off the circle and comes back to you. Where, you know, that's how I first kind of learned in the clubs, and then we went outside of the clubs because we used to go to these raves. There was big raves here, bro, and b-boys used to come too. It was crazy.
Okay.
Anyway, and at the same time, the b-boying outside of it was going on too. But
you mean 90s?
Yeah. But then b-boying died out, and the raves keep going.
Oh, you're talking about
in the 90s.
90s.
Yeah.
So like in the 90s, b-boy breaking died out.
Breaking kind of died out. Yeah. It was like there was just a few jams here and there, and every 3-4 months there might be one jam or 2 fucking jams.
Not like now that you have every 2 weeks one jam.
It was really bad.
And what was the style? What was the style that was dance?
Well, they
like
were dancing like a lot of freestyle type of hip hop, a lot of house, a lot of like mixed. Like you see all these house dancers, they're all b-boys too. They could b-boys.
Yeah.
So it was like when you dance,
you mean this room or the other room?
In this room too. I'm talking about the old school hip hop heads, not like the new school.
Okay.
Like you know, they all could like change into like a b-boy and a popper and a breaker. A lot of the old school b-boys used to be poppers too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell your name, but I know those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I know you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers. But I'll tell you some days you're gonna go, oh shit, this guy used to be a popper. Yeah, in the beginning used to be some of them poppers.
Okay, all right.
So, but anyway, because in the clubs they used to play house, then they switch it to fucking hip hop, then they switch it to like reggae. So in the one night, it's not like just one style of music. So you have to change your style.
Okay.
So you still always have to. Anyway, so getting back to the question.
Yeah.
In the clubs, the vibe bounces back.
This girl is so nice. This girl.
Yeah. Oh yes. And you know,
whatever. That was a little break.
The girl.
Yeah, you just saw my face. I was like, yeah. Okay, we come back to the question.
What happened? We went to the streets and started dancing on the street. My crew.
Okay.
We come with the boombox and start dancing on the street. Nah, the fucking craziest shit to happen to us.
You were popping before rocking, right?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah.
You were popping before rocking. In that day, you were popper. You were a popper, right?
Yeah. So I started getting to the popping. I was doing liquid and waving and popping and
All right.
Robot.
All right.
And when we went to the streets, then there was a crazy ass vibe because in the late 90s in 2000, nobody was dancing on the streets. Only like hitters. And the hitters, you
mean late 90s, you said?
Yeah, late 90s.
Nobody was dancing in the street.
Yeah, pretty much it was dead on the street, bro. I'm telling you.
Anyway,
like around 2000, that's when we start going in hard.
Yeah, but anyway, bro, in New York in winter, nobody dances in the street.
Well, now they still do. Like right now, you go to Union Square downstairs, they dancing.
Downstairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like some parts, but back then nobody was dancing. Nobody.
Okay.
It was like dead. So when my crew started doing that shit on the street at Union Square, yo, so the people, when they start seeing us, yo, they wasn't even paying attention to us. It was so strange. Like we were like on a different dimension. It was like they wasn't even seeing us. Like what the fuck? It was like, yo,
They
had the
didn't care.
music. No, nobody even bouncing their head. Everybody was like, you know, like New Yorkers, they walk like real fast, and they don't even pay attention to us. So I was like, yo, what the fuck? But it wasn't that good either. But anyway, and then when we fucking come out with a new idea where we go dance and jump in their faces. And then they would stop, and then they were like, "Oh,
You were
shit."
done jumping to their faces.
Yeah, stop them and go fuck with them, you know, and then they'll start doing waves.
Okay.
So for popping, when we used to trip them out with waves, yo, we used to like trip them out. Their eyes would roll in their heads when we do crazy waves, because back then, at that point, nobody knew about waving, and it was so trippy.
So we come back to the question. So you think like the feedback you are getting from the people is gonna definitely change the development, no, of your dance?
Yeah. So that's what happened for us.
Well, because that's why I mean that is that then in this case it is the community that kind of develop the progression of the people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because in terms of how much props you got or not, you understand you are doing good.
Yeah.
No, am I right?
Yeah, no, it's true.
It is true.
The feedback is very important.
The feedback
you feed off of that. It's like a vibe, and it's like soulful thing.
Okay.
You know that, like it's very important, and you know, that's why like props and people clapping or like, hey, oh shit, like after on one point, like top dancers actually know how to get feedback right away from people, like entertaining type of dancers, we get feedback right away, There's some of them that just get up on the stage, and after like doing it so long, the people start clapping already. Mm-hmm. You just, because it's like it's something that it's like kind of like you put them in a trance.
And let's go there because I think it's better for the noise. So you think how would you measure that somebody that the transmission has been completed? Let's say that how do you measure that somebody has learned something? Do you think it is in the cypher or in the social places like this or like in a jam where you kind of can measure if somebody is doing good? Or how do you, because I'm saying there's no teacher, right? We have no teacher. Everybody's teacher, everybody's student, right? In the culture. How do you know, like, that somebody has learned something? For example, you teach me something, okay? And how do you know that I learned it? Because you think only that if I learn the step is all right, or maybe it is when you go to the cypher and you perform it to somebody else, to the community, not to have bullshit. Somebody that doesn't know anything. You do like this and wow. No, I mean something that knows. It is. You think it is in the social places, like when you have to show it and to see or to show that the knowledge has been transmitted correctly. What do you think about it?
I think in both cypher and community, but mostly cypher. It's like a language that you learned, and once you express it right, the people like will like it's like you get a great feedback out of that, and people will actually come up to you and tell you, yo, that was great. Once you get that, once they tell you that shit, it's like automatic. Like it's not even like you have to know. Well, eventually you'll know too. I'm bad. I'm dope. But the people come up to you and say, "Oh, that shit was hot." I don't know what the fuck it did there. That was crazy. You know? Then you know, wow, okay, I'm doing good. That's like,
So that's what that was my
yeah, the community feedback or
kind
the
of
cypher people because cypher is community too.
yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Like kind of the community kind of guides
Guys,
itself,
yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. It's like this dance is a social type of
Yeah,
dance.
so that's why for me, I think to myself, if you know, if you say to yourself, if you call yourself a rocker, a popper, a b-boy,
Yeah.
you gotta show it and get the respect for the community to be able to say that.
Yeah,
No,
it's true.
what
It's
is
true. Yeah, you
because
gotta show and prove, and and get better and better, and it's like I said, it's a language. The better you move, it's an expression. The more better you express, the more you get people involved into your community, and believe it or not, you actually influence others too. So they will go home with what you did that day, that input that you put in that cipher or whatever, and they'll fucking start practicing that shit. Especially young kids. You see these young kids here, they like recording everything.
yeah,
When
yeah,
they go
yeah.
home, they
Yeah,
want to do
blah
this,
blah
I wanna
blah
do
blah
that, I
blah
wanna do
for
that.
sure,
They,
for sure.
even us, like if you see somebody dancing some shit, it goes in your head, and you will automatically, when you go back, you might try to do something like that. It comes automatic. Yeah.
Part one, no, part two is over. Wait for the next motherfucker.
Next one in the sand.
Yo, yo, yo.